Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well and welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So happy Father's Day. Hopefully everyone had a great Father's Day. Today is Monday and yeah, we have been so busy, but we're always busy. So this is what we've been up to. I have been redoing a bunch of containers at one of the shopping centers, and today was a pretty warm day. Today was like 94 degrees. And I want to say it's probably still like 70 degrees right now. It's so nice. But it was hot today. And tomorrow is supposed to be over 100. I think we're having 100 degrees the rest of this week. Every day. Oh my goodness. So it's going to be really warm out there. So today I came out here because I haven't been out in the garden. I just been really just catching up on all kinds of chores. Because when I was gone to Oregon, the garden really didn't get tended to. It just got watered. So I had to stake up a bunch of tomatoes, trim them up. I had to harvest a bunch of things, so many things. And our refrigerator is packed. Our freezer is packed. So I need to figure out other ways to preserve our food. And right now, like I just came out here to harvest the zucchini because I know it's been a while since I harvested any zucchini. And I was not expecting this. But look at this. Look at how huge that is. I mean, they're all big. This is another one. This is kind of what I was expecting to find. I was not expecting to find this behemoth. This is probably like 4 zucchini bread. And then I harvested our first little chilies. I think I harvested 6 of them, these little pepperoncinis right here. And I harvested like 4 little baskets. Let me show you. 4 of these little baskets right here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is so exciting. Just to see that I grew these from seed and voila. It's like coming out to the farmer's market. So I know tomorrow, so there's a ton of cucumber in this little cucumber patch. Look at this. There's 2 different varieties of cucumber in here. One's by Botanical Interest and the other one is by Lake Valley, I think that's what it's called, Lake Valley Seed Company. And now they're so intertwined, you can't even tell the difference on the vines and which side's which. So definitely next year, I'm going to trellis all of these because, man, it is some work to dig through here to look for cucumber. And I have found some massive cucumber in here. And yeah, so I don't want the cucumber to get super big where it just doesn't have any flavor. But yeah, that's what I've been finding. And just every once in a while, I just come across one and it just, it makes me laugh because I can't believe it got away from me. But let me show you how all of the tomatoes are doing. So the zucchini, obviously you can see we have been harvesting a ton of zucchini from, there's 4 zucchini plants in here, and we have been just harvesting like crazy. So over here we have our Determinate Roma tomatoes by Burpees VF, and look at the amount of tomatoes. Do you see that? All those tomatoes down there? Let me give you a better view. Look at that. Look at all those. And I feel like I really need to trim these up so I could see all of them. It's like a jungle in there. Look at all these. Man, that is just amazing. And then over here, I have some more Roma tomatoes. And these are by, oh, what is it by? Let me think. San Marzano's Botanical Interest. And then, look at those. Look how awesome. So I have so many Roma tomatoes that I need to look up some recipes on how to stew them and make them into paste. So right here we have some Burpees cucumbers, and I know I have a couple little cucumbers in here. And I did have these cages, so I just popped them in here and hopefully this will help out. So those are still all the Romas. Now over here we have the Sun Golds. And the Sun Golds, look at that. Now, a wind came through here and blew these over, and, oh no, cows are out. Oh no, these are our neighbor's cows. to call the neighbor. All right, so our neighbor's out there and he's taking care of them, so that's good. Okay, so over here we have some sun golds, and the sun golds are doing amazing. And then I was looking at these are the beefsteaks, and they're doing great, but then something like made a little hole in one of them. I don't know if you could see that, but oh, that's a bummer. Oh, there's another one. Oh no, look at that. Must be delicious. Okay, so look at all of the ginger. How awesome is that? That's doing so great. And then here are all of our peppers right in here. These are where I got the pepperoncinis from. We had one of them, it had a bunch of pepperoncinis. So I feel like I need to trim these up at the bottom. I think they're a little bit bushy, and I should clean them up to make them more like little trees. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, possibly, maybe tomorrow. Okay, so over here we have lemongrass, and it's doing so well. And I am gonna make some lemongrass soup. I love lemongrass soup, even in the summertime, because you can always freeze it and use it in the wintertime. So, okay, so now right over there, we have some watermelon, and it's doing so fantastic. Now I have two different variety of watermelons in here, and I cannot wait to see how they turn out. So I have never grown watermelon before either. And then over here we have some cantaloupe. Now I did grow cantaloupe last year, and it grew magnificent. So I cannot wait. Now I did have some, I did pop in some seeds right here, but when they popped up, some birds ate them. And then in that little black container, those are all the sunflowers, and those are looking good. I just threw a bunch of sunflower seeds in there, and look what happened. So we have right in here, we have a bunch of winter squash. So I have, at first I thought this was butternut squash, and it's not. It is, do you see that big one right there? That is a spaghetti squash. So I have a ton of spaghetti squash in here, but I do have this different colored one right in there, and I have no idea what that is. I don't know how I thought I planted butternut squash. So now I do have those big ones in the back right there. These guys are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, and I planted 4 seeds, and they all are doing fantastic, and that's from Johnny Select Seeds. Look at that, amazing. So now over here we have some more steak tomatoes, and at first I thought these were cherry tomatoes because they looked like they're growing in little clusters, which they are, but they are beefsteak. And these are Lake Valley right here. Eat something to eat? No. Look at that. Just looking amazing. So this is where we've been harvesting all of our cherry tomatoes. And as you can see, there's a ton of them. Now I have not sprayed any pesticides on any of these plants. I thought I was going to use some BT and doing a bunch of research, but I just haven't, because I love just eating the vegetables right off the plant. So here are some pole cherries, and as you can see, there's a ton of cherries on here. A ton! My God, you guys, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these cherry tomatoes. Look at that. And then we have some spinach growing in the corners. So that's awesome. And then here are some, I think this one on the other side here, let's get past this one, are these shimmering hybrids. Look at that. Do you see those little guys back there? Let me see if I can focus in on that. They're so pretty. I cannot wait to see what color they're going to turn. So, and look how tall they are. Amazing. So here are the corn, and you know, they're doing pretty good. I'm not really too sure of when to harvest them. I've been doing research, and it said when this is easy, or I guess when you can just pull it out, that's when it's ready to harvest. So we'll just wait and see. Now our lemon tree right here is doing good. The flower is still there, so hopefully it gives me some more. But I'm excited. I can't wait to get some lemon. Now over here we have some Jade Beans, and they're looking really good. We have a beautiful canna right there. So let's see what else we have. I think that's pretty much it. Alright, so that is pretty much it in this big garden. I did organize everything. I put everything, it looks like a nursery now. I put all of my Christmas trees right there. And then we have our salvias, our hellebores. I moved these 2 wine barrels to the middle of the garden. And I'm going to stain them. And John's going to drill a hole on the top so we can put an umbrella. And I think that's going to be so sweet so that people can come out here and, you know, sit out here and hang out in the garden. But let's go into the little garden and let me show you. Let me give these tomatoes to the chickens. And let me show you what's happening in the little garden. Alright, so let's go off to the little garden. So, I totally forgot to mention that we ended up getting 2 roosters. Not intentional, it was completely by accident. So this year was my first year ever ordering baby chicks. And normally I just go into the feed store and I just buy the baby chicks from there. But this time I thought, you know what, I'm going to do my research, I'm going to buy some baby chicks to know what I'm going to be getting. And I did, and they're all supposed to be hens, and then 2 of them happen to be roosters. And they are the sweetest ones. So now I'm really bummed out because not only did Basil, you know, kill some of them, but we also got 2 roosters. So I'm so disappointed. And I just cannot even believe it. And I was supposed to get all females. So I don't know. I might call them. I might not, because I think that's just the luck of the draw. You know, it just kind of happens. So it is what it is. But now we have to figure out what we're going to do with these 2 roosters. And I was feeling like, wow, those are some big hens. They're going to give us some really big eggs. No, they're going to give us a big headache. But, so here's the little garden. Okay, so right over here, my dad brought me some onions that he dug up from I don't know where. And some red onion. And I popped them into the ground. I have so many of them. And so I'm going to plant some more red onions. So these are all the red onions that are popping up right here. And they're doing so good. Do you see that? So good. So now over here we have our zucchini. And I have, oh my goodness, another big zucchini in the back there. How did I miss that? Oh, look at this one. So I just started these seeds not too long ago. And look at that. I already have a couple. The other one's giving me some zucchini as well. And then we have here our eggplant. Bunch of eggplant, and then over there we have some more red onion. We go through a lot of onion. So I just saw a YouTube video on someone cutting the tops of those onions and making some pesto. So I'm gonna try that. So here's our blackberry bush right here. I've only gotten a handful of blackberries, not that many, and then I can tell we have some spider mites on there. So over here we have our corn, and this one, it looks like some of them are ready to go, but like I said, I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna wait for it to get a little bigger. Now here are some more peppers. Now I am pleasantly surprised. I didn't think any of the peppers survived, and so here we have a couple of bell pepper. Look at that, I'm so excited. And then, oh my goodness, look at that big peppercini right there. So awesome. So these peppers are doing fantastic. And then we have some more Black Beauty, I believe it's called Black Beauty zucchini right there by Burpees. And then I have some more eggplant, but no eggplant yet. And then I did start some seeds because I just wanted to see, you know, if they would grow. And like, look at that, some little eggplants. Now here are the green onion, and what I've been doing with that is I've just been cutting it and using it as I need it because there's so much of it. Over here we have our yellow squash, and we are getting a couple little yellow squash. And I started these ones from seed right in here, and I just sowed them right into the garden bed. Right here we have some more shallots, and I did start those from seed as well, and right in there. And then these beautiful zinnias are just, they self-seeded. I had zinnias in here last year, and I did not realize that that this is yeah, this would happen. And so I have zinnias growing everywhere, and I kind of just let them go because they look so pretty. So that is what is happening in this little garden. And I noticed that I forgot to water my edamame. I do not have irrigation yet, and I'm okay with it because John has been so busy working at the parks. He has been working at the parks pretty much every single day, 6 days a week. So it's okay if I don't have irrigation because I know eventually it's gonna come. So the lambs are doing good. Look at those little guys. So friendly. I've been able to walk one of them on the leash, on a lead. So that's awesome. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Other than that, we haven't been painting on the barn. We haven't really been doing much as far as maintaining the outside of the barn. We do eventually need to get on that, but we have been, you know, just swamped with everything that's happening. You know, we got some new guys to a couple new crew members for the landscaping crew, and so far that's doing really well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't believe it's already been 2 weeks since my nephew has left to basic training, and every day I check the temperature, and oh my gosh, there was one day, I think it was 77% humidity there. Man, and I feel like, whew, that had to be super rough because it has to be so hot there and humid, so hot and humid. But this is what's happening on the farm. What else? I felt like I was going to share a quick tip with you. Oh, so, okay, so not too long ago I was eating some of the cucumber and they tasted a little bitter. And I was telling John, like, I don't know, they're a little bitter. So I was thinking maybe they were too done, or maybe I left them on the vine too long. I wasn't even too sure. And so John said, you should put some salt, sprinkle some salt over the, in your cucumber bed. And it's supposed to make it so it's not bitter. He said it was like he heard it from a farmer or something like that. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and try it. So I did. I got some salt. I sprinkled some regular, you know, table salt, and I put it on the garden, and I just kind of mixed it into the soil. Not a whole bunch. I want to say like maybe a couple tablespoons. And I just kind of mixed it into the soil. And sure enough, the next couple cucumbers that I got did not have that bitter skin. So whether or not the salt did it, or I just picked it at the perfect time, I have no idea. But if it's the salt, it worked. It took the bitterness right out of the skin. And, you know, I haven't even done any research on that to even see if that even would make a difference. But I felt it did. So, yeah, maybe you should try it and see what happens. I don't know if it hurts anything, but it obviously worked on our cucumber. And, I don't know. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.